ALG software has been around for 15 years now. It was founded by a bunch of guys who are ex-Comshare, and they wanted to build a product which would allow customers to do activity-based costing. Not everybody's heard of activity-based costing, but it's a specific methodology that organisations use to try and drill down on what costs are associated with the processes and the activities that they undertake. Our primary motivator for talking to Simba was to build an MDX ODBO provider so that we could have Excel connecting straight into the data stores and getting live information from it, rather than maybe doing static pushes of data out to other tools and reporting tools and having Excel get to it that way. So we started looking at it from the Excel point of view, but then we had other customers requesting other pieces of software to connect in. So we had Cognos PowerPlay being requested that they pull information from the EPO system, ProClarity, and because of that, we then that gave us more impetus to actually build an industry standard API on top of the underlying internal structures that we had within the product. We went through a trial, we got the trial toolkit. It seemed, because it encapsulates a lot of the very hard parts of building an ODBO provider. I mean, writing an MDX parser, for example, is not something you want to do if you can possibly avoid it. And so because Simba had the knowledge and the skills and the history of understanding that technology and the MDX language, it was a natural fit for what we wanted to do. And the abstraction within the toolkit actually makes it particularly easy for us to talk directly to our internal API when we drill down into the classes that we have to implement for building an ODBO provider. It's actually a very close fit to what we've got in our own internal API. So it was put together actually fairly quickly. On top of that, as we added more tools into the mix, like ProClarity, what we found was that a lot of these tools build MDX in a sort of rule-based approach within their code, and they all sort of speak a slightly different dialect. So you're speaking Canadian English, I'm speaking British English, and somebody else might speak American English. And that means that we have to sometimes tweak what's going on, maybe add a support for another keyword or something from the MDX spec. And Simba helped us very much with that, and actually also with contacts with other companies. So, for example, with ProClarity, we actually worked as a group of three. There were some minor changes made to ProClarity, so we could have some understanding of how ProClarity worked. We worked via Simba and the ProClarity team to put together that support within the product. So Simba, it's not just Simba's technology, it's the understanding that the engineers have here, and also the contacts that the company has because of its basis in MDX are proven really useful to deliver product to the customer. There's many tools out there, tools change, the MDX that people use changes, and I would say we're not MDX experts. I don't want to sit down necessarily with an MDX spec and work all that stuff out, nor indeed do my engineers. And having somebody who loves that technology and has a passion for it, working with you is a really good position to be in. It was a good basis, a good starting point for us to work from. So there was a combination of things there. It was a good deal, B, good technology, and C, good people behind that technology. If you want to build something around a proprietary engine or need to build that sort of capability both at XML, ODBO, but you want MDX, yeah, definitely Simba are the people to go to. They know what they're talking about, they have the people with the skills to deliver, and they have the capability to deliver when you need it.